Mic check, 1, 2.
Just to feel alive, another change. Cutting from the thoughts within, the clarity is wearing thin. Another time to treat this, holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity. could make it fair. Another chance to change this. Holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity. Brave enough to give it all, knowing that the flame will fall. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity.
All day, every day. D-bot's on. Sorry, guys. Let me do a bonus all.
Just close your eyes.
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up. On that literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab in Florida. We're doing it again. Snazzy Ninja in chat, Professional Competence, Dr. D, Darth Jameson, my man Rhea Prey, Coil Daddy, Mateo, Tolis, what's up, man? Ian, tuning in, what's up, player? Kilty O'Neal, More Pigment. What up, homies? I'm completely outside. Dude, this shit. Like, you guys are going off the hook over here. So, Sormon the White OG, what's up, player? Snazzy, that's how we do it on this Friday night. Well, the Beats Lab is in full swing. We've got a laser printer printing off school supplies, a laminator, full swing. End of the first work week for my lady, who's running around in the background doing office work. Sormon, hashtag beard bag. Rip Ray says, you're going to have to beat off another tornado. OTP HJ at Twister. Raw fucking Twister up. War Pigment says, your lady is in full view. I think she knows that.
No.
Okay. I cheated the camera angle a little bit. We see your arm. All right, watch this.
That's okay. Hello?
Look at this.
Yeah, I'm here doing that with you.
The trash can you got, did make sure it was yours? I figured it was a 50-50, Dr. D.
It's fine. I know. I do that.
Oh, Recoil's mom in chat. Are we space wolfing again tonight, Snazzy? Yes.
When do we work? In November, isn't it?
We got something going on. So we got big news. We've got Anime Orlando tomorrow, where the voice actor of Ariel in the original Little Mermaid is going to be there, so that's a big deal for my lady. I'm going to go in there, pay for a selfie, an autograph. Got a wedding on Sunday,
No.
so I had to buy a new shirt.
Nope.
And think. Oh yeah, I was on the news today.
I gotta go.
Fresh Long John Silver's uniform.
I'm like seeing it.
Yep.
Okay, I'll talk.
Rhea Prey? You're okay, baby. Do you gotta run a professional operation? Do you think I run a professional operation?
Yeah.
I do not. Reappraise like, you need a new shirt? Don't you have a bunch of no hobo shirts? So I have to go to a wedding, and the compromise. What's the name of the shirt I bought that you bought me?
What?
What's the name of the shirt you bought me?
Oh, Wire Veda.
White Aveda?
Cuban shirt.
Classic Cuban action. I got some pants to go with it. I'm trying to get a little hat, but I don't think she's gonna be wearing a little hat.
No, you can't have a wedding.
Apparently, you don't wear hats at weddings.
No, obviously you don't wear hats with it.
Dr. D, pro painter, hobo Twitch host. Yeah, so I was on the news today regarding those power outages we've been having. That's crazy, right? Somebody in the community, or a few peoples in the community, got together and just started calling people, and Channel 6 Orlando news reporter picked it up. I guess they'd already done some work on utilities, and the actual utility company in question, and I guess they did a bunch of stuff, and they were like, okay, we want to come down there and do an interview. Then suddenly everyone who worked hard to get this to happen kind of backed out of the interview process for various reasons. And so then through the pipeline of WhatsApp,
No, Facebook.
the pipeline of Facebook,
Yeah, I see on Facebook.
yeah, there it is, the group Facebook, I guess my name came up, and they were like, that hobo can do it. I was like, yeah, that's fair. Like that sketchy looking hobo that lives down on the corner. Which was fun because, you know, they came over and we talked and did about 10 minutes of various interview and B-roll for a 1 minute 38-second clip. But I'm sad because they cut. In the end, I was able to pull well, I'm not a scientist. And they thought it was funny, like the cameraman, the intern, the interviewer, just didn't make the cut. It's like, damn it. What else? And my lady, and I guess everyone filmed it, so I'll show it to you guys. But they came in, they saw my beat slide, they took a bunch of B-roll in here. They used like 1 second, of course, because, you know, they have like a minute and a half that they have to do this whole thing in. But they were like, dude, this is awesome. They asked me all these questions. So they actually used my name and my business in it, so that's cool. Reapray, what was the serious stream thing we interrupted yesterday? Oh, I went live by accident. I was using OBS to film clips to make reels, and I pressed start streaming instead of start recording, which I've done 1,000 times, but I did it after we podcasted, so I was hooked up into every social feed, so that was a nightmare. It's like that one time I published an article on Spiky Bits by accident that had the word dick 52,000 times copy and pasted. Because Rob was like, look, you're an author, and what I need you to do is just like make a bunch of drafts through your author account. Just draft. Just like make hundreds of them. And then I'll just have my team edit them for your tutorials. So it looks like you wrote them. I was like, what do I write in these drafts? He's like, you can write literally anything. The word dick, it doesn't matter. I was like, tight. He's like, just don't hit publish. He's like, tight. Bro, I was like crafting this. How many times can I control A, control C, control V, control A, control C, control V, control A, control C, control V? And I was building this. It was like 52,000 word count. Just dick. It was like tight, save, copy, paste, save, copy, paste, save, copy, paste, save, copy, paste, publish. Whoops. And like, so the entire RS feed of Spiky Bits everywhere. And then people on Twitter were like, "Was Spiky Bits hacked?" Rob was like, "Yes, we were hacked." He's like, "That's the last time I let Kenny. Let that be the last time I let Kenny fucking do anything." You hear that story, baby? Reaper, it kind of sounded like you were doing an interview, but we couldn't see the other guy. Oh, you're talking about when I went live the other day? Yeah, I was just saying words, pausing.
Everybody saw it?
Well, some people saw it. Replay saw it.
Oh my god.
Like, because I was doing like I was saying it, stopping, repeating, and that just create breaks, and then I cut that all up. Again, I ask you, my love, do you think this is a professional operation? Obviously not. We barely make this thing work. So I bought a new, shout out to you guys and supporting me last week or earlier this week before the power went out and fucked everything up. And I went based on War Pigment's suggestions and I bought a better UPS. So I have one UPS that's rated for like 500 watts, like a $120 unit, like decently rated on Amazon. And I had that over on this side of the room, but I had the internets on it. So I moved that, I undid everything, redid everything. So the stream is on that now. And the new joint that he requested, which is like $350, but has the power. It's going to go back to that side and then I'll split the difference.
Oh, that's one that came right now.
No, they didn't come today. It was a soda stream came. It comes on Sunday. Garage delivery. Because it's too expensive to just have them leave at the door. So that's tight. And so this rig uses vastly less power than the new rig. So the 500 watt should be fine.
Show them the video?
No, not yet. I haven't gotten there yet. You want me to? She wants me to show you guys.
Yes. I made you.
She made me famous.
I showed your whole family. I showed everybody.
Everybody has already seen it. All right, let me pull it up. Hold on, I gotta grab it off of WhatsApp real quick.
It's happening in the Gramercy Farms.
How do I download this off of here? I guess I could just full screen it.
Everybody calls you a hero, by the way.
Who the fuck is calling me a hero?
I showed you the message.
Oh my-
The hero of the town.
Oh my god.
That's what the community, that's what they
If
call
they
you.
only knew.
Oh, they're the hero of the
The
community.
hero of the community?
That's
Oh.
what you are now, and I told
Oh.
you.
That's upsetting.
The hero of the community, that's what you are now.
Oh. They know what I do in here all day?
I'm gonna show you a screenshot.
What?
Everybody's thinking you're so famous in that post. Don't it in your phone.
Just saw Kenny from the town home salute. Thanks everyone involved. Who was the hero?
Yeah. And I tapped you.
Oh my god. The Spider-Man lessons that I took, yeah. My junior Avenger lessons. I did get a certificate. It wasn't movie quality, but that's okay. All right, so let me see if I can. Turn off the sound. Let me pause the music. Come back here. So they did, like I said, they were here for like 10 minutes. They took a lot of great one-liners, but it was like a minute and a half, so they couldn't use my best ones. And they thought, and they were like, damn, that was good. When I was like, but I'm not a scientist, right? Didn't make the cut. So sad. I did it for you guys. All right. There we go.
Neighborhood in St. Cloud, that's right off US 192. Neighbors reached out to your Osceola County community correspondent Laverne McGee. She helped them get some answers.
We're talking a rolling blackout, like 15 seconds at a time. Everything in your house goes on, everything goes off.
Kenny Boucher works from home, which means having reliable power is essential for his business, Next Level Painting. But lately, he and his neighbors in St. Cloud's Gramercy Farms neighborhood have been dealing with intermittent power outages, rain or shine, day and night.
Everyone was having the same experience. You're sitting there having dinner with your family, power's out, everything's off. Got to turn it back on, AC, everything reset, which is super disruptive.
OUC is the electric provider. The utility told us in part, OUC has noted this issue for the area and is investigating. Momentary outages occur more often in summer due to lightning, storms, or wildlife. If a tree branch or a squirrel contact an above-ground power line, OUC system automatically senses it and briefly opens the line. These types of momentary outages are an important tool in keeping OUC's electrical system up and running.
Yeah, you know, my power's been going out.
We were there when Kenny got the call from OUC to start the investigation.
That's the most progress I've made with a utility in the history of my life. I'm 43.
We're trying to get results for you.
Thank you, you did.
OUC assured us it will give us an update as soon as it can pinpoint the problem for the folks here dealing with an on-again, off-again situation. In St. Cloud, your Osceola County community correspondent, Laverne McGee, News 6.
There it is, guys. So, it's, like I said, we had a good talk, and we actually talked for like 10 minutes before we even did the interview. And she was like, do you buy this line about like animals and this and bullshit? And I was like, no, because last year the power was fine. The year before that, power was fine. My lady's been here for 4 years. Power was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, so what has changed? I don't know. Maybe we're the fastest growing, city in the state, and maybe like 100,000 new people moved in. And maybe, and then she told me some crazy shit, bro. She was like, yeah, we were digging into it. And she's like, we don't even know why you're on OCU's power grid because you're super far from Orlando. And then her intern was like, yeah, I looked it up. They got a contract till like 2040 to do all this. I was like, damn, somebody got paid. They were like, right. And I was like, that's kind of weird because it's almost like they bid on this, got a backdoor handshake or a backdoor deal out into the 2040 to do all this power. But since they got that deal, this became the fastest growing city in Florida, and they cannot handle the infrastructure. So they don't, if they can't admit that. Right. So like we had this whole talk, and a lot of that was in the interview, but she kept it concise. And the funniest part was she was like, they should be calling you because like they pressured OCU because they're like, yeah, we're going to be fucking blasting you on the news. And so my lady was like, yeah, they're trying to call you while I'm doing the interview. And I was like, yo, they actually did try to call me. She's like, really? And I was like, yeah, hold on, let me just call them back. I put it on speaker. They pulled the cameras back out for that whole interview. I just put it on speaker. It's like, yo, what's up, dog? He's like, yo, it's my personal number over at OCU. You can call me anytime. We're going to open an investigation. Looks like our grid went down, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, call me anytime. We're going to bring a voltage meter out. We're going to test everything. Like, guy was like, I was like, I have never gotten anything remotely like this from a utility, you know? So, crazy. Local news famous. That's right, Disco. But she said my company name. Did you hear that? She said Next Level Painting. Aquila. I mean, it's funny because I did kind of want. I mean, I couldn't be silly because I mean, here's the reality, right? She was like, yeah, nobody wanted to do an interview after they like worked really hard. The community worked really hard to get this on the radar. And she's already was doing investigations on utilities all around the state. She's like, yeah, it was weird. And I was like, look, man, I'm gonna just shoot you straight. She's like, what? And I was like, this community is like 85% Hispanic. Like, they don't want to dox themselves on the news right now in Florida. She's like, fuck, you right. I was like, so they just said they just kept saying I can't do the interview, I can't do the interview. And then someone was like, yo, what about Eileen's man?
My dad's so proud of me.
Your dad just called you?
Remember he was on the news?
Oh yeah, her dad was on the news once. We're both things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. D, right? It's funny they roll for 20 minutes and you get 20 seconds. Reappraise says it detects animals and shuts off lol, right? I'm like, okay, bro, that's fake. Yeah, Snazzy, they needed to implement the infrastructure before everyone moved in. And like this is what I've heard from like other people in the game is that when they bid, they can't bid for the future, they have to bid for now. So it's like literally a lowest acceptable bid situation. Snazzy, shame you couldn't squeeze a literal best. Bro, I tried everything. They laughed. They thought everything I was doing was funny, but didn't make the cut. Aquila, new shirt idea. Squirrel with your head getting electrocuted by a live wire. Yeah. Reappraise says, damn, he looks taller in real life. Me? No, it's the low angle. They filmed it from a super low angle, and the interviewer was like 4 feet tall.
You got that.
Yeah. Got caught what? I'm 5'7". Disco says, interesting that investigating and reporting gets results when local news shines the business a poor light, or in that case, in immediate darkness. What do you mean? I'm not reading that wrong. Dr. D, for your AC unit, there is a company that makes a tarp for AC units in the southern sun drops temperatures from equipment to about 70 degrees. Is that real life? Snazzy says, need a community hero shirt.
Oh, community hero shirt.
Damn it! I fucked up. Saruman says, dude, where was the Twisted Tea fanny pack?
Oh my
Oh.
Community hero shirt. That's a good one. Who said that?
Saruman.
Community hero shirt?
No, community hero shirt was... who said that? That was Snazzy Ninja.
I don't know exactly.
Captain Banhammer, what's up, brother? We just showed my news interview. Tiger Strike, my man Matt OTP HGZ says, I told Megan you did an interview in the news. And she said, oh my fucking god, what topic? How to be a Florida man. War Pikmin says, did you slip up? 5'7", we're the same height. Yeah. Me and War Pikmin, same height. Oh, yeah, it's a great idea, War Pikmin. We just rebrand that goat shirt. Disco says, well done on the news interview. You were coherent. Most people on news in Florida are not. Reapray says, and it's like an Iron Warrior plugging two extension cords in each other with a squirrel under the foot Oh my god, community hero. Plug an extension cord into itself. Love it. So that was funny. Funny day. So, yeah, and so the other day also when I went live by accident, I did put a reel out on Instagram. So, and I had a meeting today with our marketing team. So for the Bourbon and Bolters. So you guys are seeing, like, you're gonna see like a ramp up of marketing for Bourbon and Bolters sales, because we need to sell a certain amount of tickets this month to pay the remainder of our balance on the event, because that's like how year one works, so we don't take too much of a loss. And some interesting questions got brought up, mostly positive feedback. A couple people were upset about a couple things, so we do have deferred payment. We have more information posted than we had before. 20, it's still the same. It's 24 players cap, or 24 people cap, but there are room options that have like twins, bunks, stuff like that. So there are some rooms that if you pick, it's more money, but if you're going with a friend and you actually do the math, it's like $800 less per person per week. And we are leaking out pictures of our catering, what our spreads are going to look like. Some people have expressed concerns if it's going to be like a fire festival situation. Shockingly, like 5 people said that. Cat the Band Hammer, you on the news, experienced artist, takes too many boner pills and tends to the next level of consciousness. Aquila, Kenny be like, this shit was fucking crazy. I walked out here and what do I see? The king of the fucking jungle. Banhammer, I would say some people have accused it of being the saddest, most shameless cash grab in Warhammer history, like the Fire Festival. So one individual even went on to say, GT winner doing your tactics? Bro, millions of people win GTs. That doesn't mean shit. Like, why don't you get like the WTC Team America people in there? And I was like, Brad Chester was a founding member of WTC and he was on that team for like 4 years in a row. I didn't say that though. Like, I was just, hey, I let AI respond to his ass. But no, it's price, right? Everyone likes it, but it's expensive. So the videos I put out were kind of breaking that cost down, right? 3 nights at LVO is like $1,500, and you got to buy booze and food. This is 6 nights, $3,750. You don't have to buy food. But some people have expressed, are we going to run out of booze, this and that? We have a CPA and an attorney, 20 meetings before we even started location scouting, or Mac meetings on spreadsheets that I tuned out of. Like, I think the budget is $350 to $400 per person for booze, which is like, if you drank a fifth of Johnny Walker every night, you'd still be covered. Johnny Walker Blue. If I drink a fifth of Wild Turkey a night for 6 nights, that's like half the budget per person. Tie winning, right? If Brad doesn't qualify, who does? He's literally like the most prolific 40k gamer alive. Yeah, Dr. D. Yeah, a fifth a night. I still have you covered though. That's the thing. If you drink a fifth a night, I still got you. And we're gonna have like booze menus. People are gonna be able to like pick their top picks. When they roll up into the room, they'll have a bottle. We'll have a nightly bartender for peak hours. Open bar, obviously. And major difference between this and like a fire festival scenario is like you guys know who I am.
Mhm.
Nobody knew who the fuck that guy was.
And you have people already.
So this is based on trust. Do you trust that I'm not trying to steal from you? So like the comparison falls apart there. Would I risk ruining all the goodwill I built in 16 years for a cash grab? That's nonsense.
You have these people going.
Yeah, exactly. We got like other well-known, respected individuals coming.
Fired, promised people, they didn't even know.
Yeah. But the thing is, it is in the zeitgeist. Firefest is in the zeitgeist, and there was a documentary, so people could like. And it's because we're in the avant-garde. No one's really trying to do what we're doing. Wait, you telling me I just can't trust Ja Rule? Dr. D, that resort's out of control. I mean, bro, no lie. Like, as Warfigure brought up, remember when you said if I got paid by GW? Like, for example, if today I'm like, all we use is Citadel paints, we only use GW paintbrushes, I was wrong about everything, this is the truth. Don't be mad, just know that I got paid. Like $1 million. So, I mean, I got a price tag, sure. Like, GW could buy me for like $1 million. Don't be mad at that point. But I ain't gonna sell out for like 20 grand or some shit. You kidding me? Seven-figure minimum price tag on me selling out. Recoil? Who's going from here? I don't know. Currently, our signups are people's names I don't recognize. So, organic sales. So, that's good. Exactly, Ducky. That's where you start. A mill is a taste, and you drop the mid seven-figure ball on them. Yeah, I'd like to retire. Retire winning. Dark Horse, so P3 Paints might have a chance to buy you out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have deferred payments. Cat the Banhammer says he's trying to go. He'll know in about a week. And that's where it's at. So, like, this month is our big pre-sale, like, early bird month. And so, this is where the action is. We'll know if we have a winning model now soon enough. Recoil's like, you know, I would if I could. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, that's all the big news there. I'm street famous. I'm a hometown hero now. Bourbon and Bolters popping off. So let's get back to the promos this month. So did you guys see I dropped the first cut of the Space Wolf tutorial on Patreon? And I spent way more time cutting it up to be more like a classic tutorial, if you guys didn't notice. I took it down to the basics. So we've got the airbrushing with the new color combo. Dark Horse, can I have you sign shirt? Yeah, the shirts you win, I'm assuming you all want signed, and at the end of the month, I'm gonna put in my order and have them shipped to me because that's way cheaper to do that. And then I will sign them all, and then I will put them in your swag and send them back out to you. So, like, unless someone tells me not to, that's what I'm doing. if everyone's in agreement on that. So, the big promo this month is anybody who makes it to the Top D Grand Prix, Final Four during any show is added to Top D Grand Prix as always. But what's on the line this month is the head taker squad of Space Wolves that we're painting. Simultaneously, you can get wildcard entries through the, as we stream. Every time $150 hits our cumulative total, we will give away a wildcard spot and a t-shirt. One of our 2 new designs. So the only way to get these shirts is through those unlocks. So let's jump back over here. Let's get back to painting. We got shut down by the weather last week. And it's supposed to be stormy again tonight, but let's see if the UPS holds up. Lock in. Let me see if I can turn these lights down just a little bit. There we go. So that is our Payne's Gray. So we've simplified this off of our world famous Gravedigger denim workup down to 2 paints. This tutorial is already on Patreon, edited down to literally like 14 minutes, just like the old days. Yeah, Quinn, you were watching WTC all night, just woke up. Looks like you guys just screwed up. How's it going out there? How we doing? US out of pods at #1 spot. That's wild. Alright, that's right. I gotta plug the compressor in. There actually wasn't enough spots. And I gotta unplug this cable. Nope, not that cable. That's the wrong one. What's the right one? This one. I hate it when they're like this. Like, this is straight up. There's like not enough room. Okay, what am I gonna lose if I unplug this? A light? Yep. All right. You were waiting for the screen to go dark. Dr. D. All right, so we're gonna switch it out. We're gonna do these shields now. Well, it's annoying, Dr. D, because I've got things that are all different shapes, but all the plugs on the ups is. What is going on with my compressor? It's like it keeps turning off. Oh, wait, no, I unplugged it. That's why. Getting this blue-gray out of the pot. And I got a lot of it out already. Just want to make sure we don't have any blue contaminating our next steps. Okay, feeling that. So I already mentioned that we left these shields off, and one of the perks is that we don't have to paint them gray. So this gives us an opportunity to introduce a little flair. Now, yellow is what I'm thinking, but should we do them red? So basically there's that symbol, that Terminator symbol there, and the trim. Should all that be yellow inside there or red? Those are both classic Spaceman colors. My gut tells me yellow because we don't have a lot of opportunity to showcase yellow on these models with their cloaks. And yellow's hype. Banhammer likes the idea of yellow. So what we need to do is reset it. So we're going to go with a classic. Let's take because it's straight black right now. So I'm going to take a little stock purple. I should have raw dogged the purple over it, just so I can make it not black. And the purple is going to have really good stick, is why I'm choosing it. Mess with the color balance. All right, let's remove this purple. Let's squirt in. There's a little dirty paint water in the pot still. Now we're going to grab some magenta. And we're pretty much going to just reset. And so, remember, yellow is the complementary color to purple. And the more saturation you can skew into it, the better. And the closer to magenta you get, the more height. You know, which is why I always say, like, colors are bullshit. They're all the same. All colors are the same color. So, like, if purple is the complement to yellow, then why does also magenta work? Because magenta is obviously still purple, right? That's why. The color theory is just reverse engineered observation. That's it. So now we've got some magenta popping on the edges with a little bit of purple shadowing still. And now the trick here is we need to get into white. And the more white you put, the more yellow it is. Let's dump some of this. You can use like white ink for this, or a transparent white, anything like that. I'm actually just gonna go straight to bold titanium white, which is harder to use, and it can get speckly, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned. I've got a little dirty paint water in there because if I need to work, if I get speckles or grain, I'll just undo that. But you have to remember that most of this paint job needs to be closer to white than magenta. So that looks white on camera, but even this isn't white. So that's a good mid-tone. So like that is a good mid-tone. Now let's get rid of this dirty paint water white mix. I don't want to see that water is still tinged with purple. That's not what we want. There we go. Good enough. Now let's run it back to bold titanium white. A little water. With flow improver. Let's throttle. And now we want to start pushing it further. We are getting a little bit of grain, which I expected. And you see, there's this trim on the outside. So I have to make sure to push past the trim to actually get into the part of the shield that we want yellow. Now, that's pretty nice. Let's get rid of some of this. Painting Bites says, love the YouTube for a long time. Painting Bites over on coming into Twitch. Saying that you were a YouTube follower for years. Painting Bites says, oh my God, Mr. Next Level Painting himself. Never knew you were on Twitch. That's crazy. Do you know what we're doing this month, Paint Bites? Shout out to Paint Bites for the follow. You see, baby, that like I've been on YouTube so long, we still get people from YouTube to here. And a lot of times people are like, yeah, I missed you, man. Like, you don't make videos. So what? Oh, Dr. D just gifted a sub to Painting Bites. She likes to press it on the screen. But a lot of people, like Painting Bites, probably were like, yeah, you vanished from YouTube. You don't make content. I didn't know you were on Twitch. What's today? What are we doing right now? 9 years on Twitch, brother. This is where I've been the whole time. The whole time you thought I was gone. This is where we've been, dog. This is our 9-year month. Like, we're celebrating all month. Doing big giveaways and everything. Shout out to Dr. D throwing those gift subs out. And so we're doing like a return to more classic content for this month, Painting Bites. We let people vote on Patreon in an open poll. And we reinvented and workshopped a new Space Will Work Up. We're doing a whole unit, and we're gonna give this unit away at the end of the month. So, and I'm cutting these videos up to be like classic old 10-minute videos. They're going on Patreon right now. So we just did this video, and now we're working on doing this yellow. So purple, magenta, white. Says, well, happy anniversary. Thanks, brother. A lot has happened probably since the last time you saw me. I live in Florida now. Studio Boneless says, I mean, the amount of effort that goes into editing on YouTube makes sense. Going live is more fun, more engaging, and you get to focus on your art. Yeah, well said, brother. Like YouTube, I'm basically dead inside because of YouTube. 50 hours, 10 to 50 hours to make 10 to 30 minutes of content. It's just like so disruptive. It's not even remotely art, you know? Like when you're doing it and filming and doing it and filming. A lot of people are like, yo, your YouTube videos got lazy. I'm like, damn right they did. Like, because I fucking hated it. But on Twitch, this is where the action is. I've been engaged steady for 9 years. Painting Bite says, yeah, YouTube takes a lot of time. I didn't know why they always came from Twitch. That's insane. Yeah, and I was like one of the first guys, if not the first guys, Painting Bites, to move to Twitch. Like 9 years ago, like I brought my audience here, blew it up, exploded. Like I was like one of like 3 dudes on the platform. And the problem with YouTube is like, you know, a lot of people know me from YouTube. And they're like, yeah, man, I love your YouTube content. I was like, you want to know something? Oh, it's crazy. What do you think the most amount of money I ever made on YouTube was? And I'm like, because you get paid every 30 days, assuming you meet your threshold of $100. That's the threshold. So all that effort, all that work, all those hundreds of hours. And I was one of the first on YouTube as well, right? Doing airbrushing and stuff. So what we're doing real quick is taking fluorescent pink. And I'm going to use this to kind of bring some saturation back into our pre-highlight. Painting Bites probably missed the video when I said that. Yeah, you know, if you've been all over consuming content, it could have fallen through the cracks. So did you watch my videos 9 years ago on YouTube? Agrippa says tree fitty. Painting Bites, probably less than $200, maybe not 100. It was like 2016 when I was driving to Hollywood, and I got a payout for $200. That was the most amount of money I'd ever gotten paid on YouTube, and that's still the record for me. It never went above that. And when I made my Death Guard content, which is my best work on YouTube, in like 2018, 2019, like they launched my course and my syllabus, bro, like I made like $12, like on something that literally took me, like that series literally took me like 400 hours to make. And I was like, yep, this is official. Dead to me now. We're only gonna ever be on Twitch and Patreon and Instagram. So we want the fluorescence to be a little watered down, a little water. Doesn't have any stick. So you got to remember, when you use the fluorescence, it's got to be after you get some white involved. Studio Boneless. I mean, you also pioneered YouTube game back in the day. Duncan taught fundamentals and you taught advanced and commission technique. Yeah. Funny though, like I was on YouTube way before Duncan was. The only other two people on YouTube, Studio Boneless, was By Painted and Les Bruce. That's it. It was just us. Painting Bites. I love it when people show up from YouTube, man. It's awesome because YouTube's still doing its job, right? Still doing its job. There's a body of work over there on the platform. There's lots of great free content on YouTube right now, and it occasionally leads people here. And this is where the fun is. This community we built for 9 years. These people in chat right now. We used to have like 400, 500 live viewers back in the day. And that's really distilled down to 50 hardcores. These 50 people in chat right now on Twitch, these are the hardcores. This community is top of the food chain for just absolute ballerness. Banhammer, you're probably right. Painting Bites. I watched some video from 8 years ago, but I guess I started watching like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, maybe Vince was on there back in the day. Like, but nobody knew who he was for a while. I remember that. But he was always putting out like ridiculous masterclass content. Snazzy says he found me on there too. Yeah, right, Agrippa, because it saves. It still is a place that saves because I multi-stream. Go boy, you've never even heard of those two people I mentioned? Studio Boneless, Gabriel Angelos, or whatever that guy's. That's old school, man. All right, watch this. We're going to take low opacity fluorescent pink, and we're going to aim at the center and just let it radial out. And it's just going to kiss. Let me turn this light off so you can see that. And we're going to let it kiss the inner core right there. And just apply a little saturation. Still too blown out. Bold titanium white's a powerful fucking color. Hold on, let me see if I can knock that exposure down. Bold titanium white is like photoluminescent. And these shields are really important opportunity for us to really sneak some beautiful yellow into the paint job. So we're resaturating the shadow, which is barely visible, man. It's so hard to film white like this. Oh, let me go back here. See that? We're tinting it in the shadow. Idiot and Rampage. What's up, brother? Yeah, holy shit. Owning a house is balls in both ways. How's your new house? Balls? Studio boneless are using a 0.25 or 0.45 needle for this. 0.3. My syllabus in my course, it's 0.3 to a 0.35. You don't need anything smaller. You don't need anything bigger. Bro, recoil. The YouTube, Google Analytics is like the mafia of CPM. It's so ridiculous. I can't tell you how many times I like mathed it out myself and was like, these numbers don't add up. So there's another little bit of saturation. So we need an opportunity to get a little bit of pop on this model, right? So you see, that's going to be trim. That's going to be painted. It's just that crux, that cross, right? That Maltese cross pattern. Just that inner core. We just want a nice clean white on, or yellow on there. Now I do like when my space with yellow is a little orange. Get some of this out of here. We got to reset. Agrippa says, you don't need anything bigger. My girlfriend told me that once. Then she left me for a woman. Been there, Doug. How you doing, sweetie pie? You want to take a painting break and come over here and paint some models? Oh, you know what she talked about? She talked about she wanted to learn how to paint. So that's definitely going to happen this year. Thinking 3D printed Hello Kitty. Yeah. She just looked right at me. Was like, yeah. 3D printed Kuromi. Idiot Rampage fixed a shower and a dryer exhaust. Then did some electrical outlet replacements. There were 7 different types of outlets that they replaced. Bro, what'd you buy? Like a hobo shack? So since we're going to be switching to yellow here in a minute, important to do our diligence to get as much of this pink out of the pot as possible. You see there's some just pulled in the bottom there. Ripper says misses next level painting as the next master painter. That's right. Dr. D, yeah, water bottle's getting low. You're not wrong. Okay. Feeling good about that. So typically what I like to do is I like to get a little transparent yellow for this. It's funny because I don't think I've restocked on transparents, and I'm still like shampoo bottling transparent yellow out of this bottle. Like just keep adding a little bit more water to get some out. In your Rampage, it's 100-year-old house. I figured it's just maintenance that got out of hand. Also, I have a few pictures planned that I want to do, but none of it's miniatures. It's all currently packed. Yeah, yeah. Share, bro. You can share anything you're with. All right, so there's some thinned down transparent yellow. Okay. This is going to be for the edit too, so let's make sure we're looking good. Centered. Okay. So we're going to just open the cone lightly and from a step back. And we're just going to hit it with one light pass. Like that. Stop. Move to the next one. Don't sit there and watch it get saturated or opaque. Just hit it with one continuous filter. Move on. Okay, go back to the first one. Let's keep an eye on it as we up the saturation and the opacity. Now, mid-project, let me move the exposure back up. Let me move the white balance to the correct location. Move our lights up. I think I have the power to warm up some of these lights. Hold on. There we go. We just put some warmth in there so you can see that. Let's generate a little more opacity here. You see the pink, purple, and magenta is oranging up the shadow. But we're cutting so much of this away. There's only going to be a little shadow remaining. And then we're going to do the rest by hand. Kruger in chat. What's up, brother? War dog. We want that just beautiful, clean yellow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run some more water in there. I'm going to lower the opacity of our mix. So it's barely any yellow. We're just going to hit it with a light filter of that. And just crank it up. Let's pull out something white to really showcase this. Sometimes the yellow against the black background loses something. And with the white background, you can see a little bit more action. As clean as a yellow as possible. But we want to be careful. We don't want it to get too like luminescent, like too reflective looking. Which it's not, because you'll notice that when I pre-highlighted it, when I brought the white in, I never actually let the white get opaque. And so by not letting the white get opaque, I've created a maximum that the yellow could exist in. So we want it to be a little little on the like mustard side, right? Beautiful. This still gives us access to the back of the shields too, which is what's great about this. Leaving the shields off. Now, that's the end of that tutorial, right? That's airbrushing yellow. We got airbrushing our new workup. And then we're finally going to have to airbrush these faces, which don't even have primer on it. But I'm also going to show you how, like, you don't necessarily always need primer. So let's cut this out. And also, I'm going to show you how, like, skin almost doesn't matter. A lot of people get really hung up on skin tones. So, like, for example, just for the sake of nonsense, purple. Grabbing paints close to me that I know are good for skin. Brown. Look, check this shit out. Just because it doesn't matter. Jade. All colors the same color, bro. Am I doing the wolves as well, Nordog? Yeah, I plan on it. So this is gonna. I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna prime these heads with this nonsense. I'm raw dogging it. No thinning. Hit it with some air. You have a horrible time with fur pelts, Nordog. Let's make sure we've got good coverage. Just using air to seal it up. Okay, so that was like purple, brown, teal. Right? So, oh look, advanced skin tone. Somebody made this. Who is this? Ben. Ben Comets. Let's go. Kruger was like, I saw her. She can't hide forever from us. Not when she's working her little ass off. Oh my god. Bro, how many did you just print out?
10 of each.
Like 100 of them?
13 pages.
Did you just print all these today too?
Print them right now on Sunday, and I'm managing them.
Are these replacements because the other ones are black and white?
No, I changed the song.
During the summer, we got her a color laser printer so she could do our tutoring and everything, and it's turned out that the school budget applied some type of printing restriction on you guys, and so the printer is being utilized heavily right now. So advanced flesh tone, never used it. I'm gonna blast it right in there. Right into that nonsense. So who knows what's in here now? Brown. Ooh, some guys in the splash zone. What happened? Oh, you shared that video with literally everyone. Captain Banhammer, Advanced Flesh Tone Flux. So we just mixed Advanced Flesh Tone into basically teal, brown, and purple. This is why, you know, colors don't matter. It's all the same shit. In skin tone, you can get away with almost anything. I do a whole class on this in the 201. So we just created respect. I'm going to throttle a little bit. So now my goal is to invert and just do a light zenithal. Keeping the purple and that weird purple intact. Getting it with some air, cheating the angles a little bit. So this is where we're at right now. So that's advanced skin tone mixed in with our nonsense mix. Okay. Getting it with some air. Now we're gonna dump. Rinse. 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 Trying to get as much of that out of there as we can. Do a quick wipe. Bowl. Always wipe the bowl. Orc meat. What kind of putty did you use to hold those heads? Oh, that's just blue tack, yeah. As mentioned in chat. Kara says, I think the mistake people make on skin is they just paint it flesh. Forget that skin has lots of colors. Red, purple, etc. Yeah. So you can get pretty far with just bottled flesh tones from any manufacturer. Dark, mid, bright. But you always will feel like something's off. And so the science behind it is, yeah, there should be some purple or red built in. And I do entire lessons on that, which I've done here, and there's Patreon videos about it, where I basically show you the whole spectrum of skin tones that you get in this through mixing other paints. And then when you add things like purples, reds, even blues, you get, even if it just look natural, it looks more real. And that's what people are always complaining about, is that their skin looks dead, doesn't look alive. The person looks like hollow. Even though you did great contrast, great highlights, great washes, everything. So a little bit of water, lowering the opacity. So now this is the advanced skin tone. Again, but it's raw now. It's doesn't have any mix in it. And we're going to use our airbrush to get as much of this skin painted as we can before we ever use a paintbrush. I'm gonna skitter down this guy's face a little bit more. And we've added a lot of moisture, so it's very low opacity. So I've never used this. It's great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to something I know I love, which is a bottled skin tone. Warm Flesh. I love this color. Let's dump that. Just a little dirty paint water left. Throw some Sunny Skin in there. Swirl that up. Split the difference, show it some respect. With some water. Flow improver. Mix it up. Let's wrap it up. Keep the tip clean. Let's throttle back down. There we go. So now we're going to try to introduce a little warm highlight. Sure the light stays present. Got a weird shadow forming here. Hold on. You need help, baby? And so you say, now we've got reasonable detail built up in these faces and reasonable skin tone. Now, I'd like it to go a little further. So we're going to do a second stack. Right there. Because if I'm going to do any kind of wash tack or any pin wash strategies, I like to be in a slightly brighter position before I knock anything back down. Especially with skin. What's up, baby? What can I do for you? She's got like 1,000 papers on the floor. This is wild. So I'm feeling that. Now, probably could go one step further, and since we're not even using straight up sunny skin tone, we're still mixed with the advanced skin tone. Oh, that just splashed out. Some stuff out of the splash zone. Go. Let's grab pure sunny skin tone now. No delusion. No respect. Let's get some moisture in there. Flow improver. And so part of using your airbrush efficiently in a project is figuring out a way to make it remove as many future brush steps as possible. And that's what I like to do right now. So let's see if I can get in there now. Barely pulling the trigger back. And now we just kicked it up again. And I like that we've got, I like those shadows. And so what we have to do is we just have to kind of translate those shadows to some of the other details in their faces. You know, subtract out the hair. But what this gives us is a really good starting position, right? So now you just subtract hair out, do all the little finicky details, and what's left will be almost ready to go face skin. So then drop a couple of lines, hit the eyes. Often, you know, that's a 101 textbook strategy for getting tabletop. Me old man coming in with the resub 17 months. Penny Bites says, question, what's a good size normal airbrush for airbrush medium? I am new to airbrushing, have no idea. Or what brand? I've got a gear list, brother. I think we've got a link. There's one on my website. There's a full gear list, airbrush recommend, everything.
Party started, ball rolling, fire lit, wallet emptying. Let's do this.
Recoil just dropped 50 spot on the chat. Let me get some love and chat from my boy Recoil, aka Coil Daddy. Getting the ball rolling. I appreciate your support in this 9-year anniversary month. We're giving out these head takers at the end of the month. And you need to get in the raffle by being in the top D or winning wildcard spots throughout the month. Some love in there. Strong man love for Quail Daddy. Cool Moms Club. My balls over on YouTube says the 9-year picture makes it look like you went from Warhammer to model trains. Yeah. Bro. I'm old, dude. You know, when I started this whole thing, I was in my 20s. So I like that. I'd like them to be a little warmer, but I'm committed to applying that warmth with the paintbrush. Now this guy's got a little skin back here that I want to highlight before we end up gluing it on the guy and can't reach it. But yeah, this is good. That's a great, like, now if you had like dozens of these laid out, bro, you can do this so fast. So now we've got a little skin airbrushing, the yellow airbrushing, and we've got the armor airbrushing. And we also got the backpacks. So now we're gonna rinse this pot. We're gonna get set up to do a little whip session. Shout out to Recoil. Thank you so much. Banhammer in chat. What's up, brother? He says heads look dope. If you're new here, we have a Discord channel, Pixel, or Painting Bites, sorry. We do kind of a mid-roll whip session where everyone shares their work and we take a look at it together as a community. We do comments, criticisms, see what you're working on. Could be anything. Airbrush down on the simple green. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go for a bio break. Be right back for this whip session. Mic check. All right, we're back. Craig and open Discord. We run over there. Setting up whips. Got a DM from a student. All right, let's see what we got here. Dane. Is Dane back? Dane, are you out there? All right, exclamation point, new art. You guys know the drill. Every 150 donated gets us another wild card spot. Recoil just threw 33.33% of that down on the table. Let me get some love in chat for him. Let me kick up Whip Session, Discord. What's that? Dr. D. Dr. D got his dice bag. Did you get any stickers or anything? Someone didn't. Just one person didn't. She closed it before. They can hear you. Speak up. You can talk to them.
I closed it before. I was too excited and I closed it before. So one person didn't get anything.
Yeah, I think I got to pick that person. And I was like, fuck that guy.
No, you didn't. I was the one.
No, because I had the labels in my hand and I chose which one of the
No,
hobos
you
didn't
did
get a
not.
sticker.
It was an accident. Don't even. You don't. Everybody but one person because I was so excited. And I messed up.
He said he got a Pikachu.
Oh, you were limited in little bags, so I was like,
Yeah, I gotta order new bags.
I couldn't open it. It was either that or we read it in the phone, but it's already late.
Bro, Dr. D, is this what you were talking about? What the shit is this? This is a Kickstarter? What the literal shit is this? Fully funded in 9 minutes? Bro, people are all about this. Oh, but it was only $7,000. Effective way to shade your AC. So this thing pops out straight over your AC. I guess that makes sense, right? It just keeps it in perpetual shade. I'm about to say, Captain Banhammer is like, he called, that thing will last 5 minutes to start. Yeah, that thing is going to lift off the ground, dude, like 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's definitely not for Florida, bro. Dr. D says the bag holds over 2 pounds of dice. Nice. It keeps the unit cool. No, I can see why it would work. I just think it like works in Arizona, California. You know, I'd have to take that thing off my unit like every day in the summer. As a pass through for the wind. Was it made out of some special mesh? This is what we're looking at, War Pigment. This is a Kickstarter.
Years ago in Oklahoma, I was
Oklahoma.
struggling through the summers as they're getting hotter and hotter. I was sitting there in the shade that did not block the exhaust of the discharge. It worked so well that I quickly realized that there are a lot of other homeowners that could use it.
It's unbelievably easy to install. No tools, no stress.
Stabilized PVC that is made to last for many, many years outdoors. This is set up specifically so that any wind that comes in will just release and move on. There really isn't anything else on the
yeah,
market
that mesh
does
actually
this
seems like it might work.
effectively. The signups and deposits so far have been amazing. We believe that AC Shade can save you up to 10% of your cooling bill. From Jeff and Marie Hill.
You know, I think that could work. What do you think, War Pigment? War Pigment's an HVAC. it just provides shade to your unit. So it's not like so instead of the unit being 100 degrees, it's like 70 degrees. Is that not how AC works? He's gonna just tell us no because it cools inside the house. Oh my god, it doesn't work at all. That's not the part of the unit that actually makes cold air. But if it's bringing in colder air, will it let the unit make colder air easier? That's what he's saying, right? So instead of it sucking in 100-degree air, it's sucking in 70-degree air. Where Pigment is very anti this technology. You need to get the pressures right. What does that mean, War Pigment? Because now that you say it, I'm looking at it. I'm like, because isn't the fan up top what's pulling the air down? So if it's pulling up hot air, does it matter? Science is complicated. I'm not a scientist. Like, it looks like it works to me, but I don't think you guys understand. Like, I had wind drag like 8 full-size trash receptacles down the street earlier this week. I'm not entirely convinced that thing's not just gonna flap off.
Yeah.
Like, even with the mesh, you know what I'm saying?
I had a mini tornado.
I can see it working in a different place. You're gonna need to clean that thing a lot too out here. Captain Banhammer, the black coach. Let's go. I mean, I'm interested in it. I want to know more. I want to watch that guy's science and that guy's video. But here's another thing. Like, I had to wash the fence today, guys, because it's just covered in, like, just Florida, like, gunk from, like, all the rain and everything. Like, that mesh is just gonna be, like, filled to the brim with, like, algae in, like, 20 minutes. Oh, let's take a look here. Got all the pieces laid out. Bro, this model is easily one of the most complicated models in the game. Like, have you guys ever, like, sat down and, like, looked at a chariot model from GW? Like this? Easiest Nighthawk model that you've assembled so far? That's badass. I'm just talking about how many moving parts it has that you have to paint. Love this little coffin. Have to paint 4 horses, a dude, the coach. There's a guy who sits in the coach. 2 guys who sit in the coach. 3 guys. So it's 4 dudes, 4 horses in the coach. It's a lot of action. Oh, it's gonna be tight. One of my other students, Darth Jameson, he was doing night haunts, and Black Coach was like his big 301 project. I love this model. Let's get some more whips up, guys. It's Friday. Let's see what you guys worked on this week. War Pigment. Air Condition Wars. What's this? Is this what we need? Air Condition Mister? What does this do? Does this like just spray water? Yancey's scale. You gotta cook this up to like a hose or something? Where does it get its water from? It's my man Dark Horse coming in, dropping a 666 on the chat. Sweet ass. Let me get some love in chat. Dark Horse, it's me again. Mateo, building. Oh, the white wings you asked about last week. Is that faded ultramarine on the wings? The blend. Rust gray. Oh, it's a Citadel paint. a good color. That'll probably work. Yeah, wings like that, you can keep it kind of basic. If you do a little bit of light, like kind of like transparent white buildup over that, let it dry. You can do some light dry brushing on like those stylized wings and kind of just call it a day. The tail, yeah, you could just skip straight to transparent or white ink and just lightly build it up slowly but surely. And then when you're good enough, like I said, take a big soft round dry brush out and just start dry brushing the edges white. Demeki just DM'd me. He said he's having the shittiest week. Let's see. We'll pull up my phone in case he's literally throws a turd in chat. Not him. Oh, he's got COVID. How does he get COVID all the time? I think I did something kind of like this way back in the day. Do you guys remember that Kabuki Angel? How long ago was that? That was like literally 9 years ago. Let me tell you exactly how old it is. (2017), like February 2017. So this is early Twitch. So that was one of our first gold workups. This is like a limited model at the time. Kabuki, remember it was signed from it was in the series. So it's like totally not sanguineous, totally not killing a bloodthirster who looks like a Deathclaw. And we did this all with Army Painter paints. All true metallics. Really basic 101 tech, Mateo. Airbrushing, washing, dry brushing. This whole model. And it shows you like how far you can actually go with just the 101 course. Airbrush, dry brush, wash. And those wings are like exactly what I just said. Just airbrushed them up white enough, and then we just dry brushed them. Nothing else was done. There was no like fine lines, nothing. So like it shows you that how crazy just the basics can get. Yeah, this might be beyond the spreadsheet. It's 2017. Unfortunately. Kara Quinn, you thought you had COVID the past 10 days, but test keeps you negative. So you got some shit. Yeah, I got something too. I got a little bit of a cough. More pigment. Man, these models are so cool. These hero skate models. I like them. More Pigment likes this game a lot. Kara Quinn says, I've yet to catch COVID, but like 9 fucking vaccine boosters. You're super immune. More Pigment, you get into the scheming phase all the time. Yeah, when you're playing a game that you actively enjoy, there's a lot of enjoyment in that part of the hobby. Do you have a shot of all of them laid out? Like all your hero skip minis? Yeah, I'd like to see that. Dr. D, only COVID you dealt with was literally from those vax. Haven't had the flu in over 30 years. Man, I'm the kind of guy, like I used to I got the flu a couple times, like influenza. And I remember I got it once in Colorado and I lived by myself. My brother came over and took me to the hospital. Because like I couldn't even, like my temperature was like 103 and I couldn't keep water down. And another time I got it, my parents were visiting North Carolina, 103.8 for like 2 days, broke the fever. So then I started getting my fucking flu vaccine. Because I'm like, bro, I used to just raw dog that shit when I was young. And now I'm like, bro, if I get like that sick now, in my 40s, like the So now I haven't. So I've been good since like about 2016. I haven't gotten the flu. Oh yeah, Kara Quinn. Last time we thought you had the flu was lymphoma. Yeah, I don't play games of that anymore. Feel that. Yeah, crossfade. People think the flu is a joke, but motherfuckers, yeah, it's still like one of the #1 killers of old and young. And like I get it now. Like my reaction to it is not the same as everyone else's reaction to it, right? Some people get it and it's like not that bad. But I'm like, bro, I'm like the kind of guy, if I'm like 65 and I get it, I'm fucking dead. Remember when I got COVID that first time, I had a fever of 105. Guys, it was bad. Like whatever my genetics is like it doesn't like that. Like viruses like that fuck me up. But shockingly, since I moved to Florida and started taking vitamins and shit, because my lady has me on a vitamin regimen, I haven't even gotten a cold. So maybe it was just my health and my poor nutrition for all those years. Matthias' diet makes a big difference. Yeah. Right down here. Sorry, smooth everything. I just cleaned. I'm getting yelled at for being a good cleaner.
Oh, work pad.
Your what?
That's my work pad.
Your work pad? She's got a special mouse pad
For work.
for work. Which looks identical to the other mouse pad. I would add.
No, it's cat, bro.
Bro, by the way, this cat that we're house sitting is fucking savage. Monument Hobbies coming with that raid. Get some love right there. Welcome, Monument Hobbies crew. Penny Bites. Check out Game Envy. I don't know if they distribute in the UK though. Tameki says, go figure, when I go back to the gym and being healthy, I have the opposite happen. I get super sick. Your body's not meant to be fit, dog. You gotta embrace your body. Tameki in chat. What's up, player? Nine years on Twitch, bro. Can you believe it? Oh yeah, painting bites. That's rough. You gotta have some like EU fucking Amazon lamp you can buy. Becky, now I have a good reason to be a hermit in my office and avoid the wife and kids. Facts. Recoil said that too because I started about how I haven't got sick since I moved here and got on vitamins. But he's like, but was all the poop in the streets in Cali? Like, LA, there was a lot of poop in the street. Painting Bite says, yeah, I don't know what the right one is. It does out there. Bro, here's the thing. Like, the quality of the light, unless you're filming, doesn't matter. Like, you just need light for painting. So, you want articulation. You want arms that move. And you want controls that allow you to go brighter and go darker. And added bonus if it has warm and cool settings. That's it. Buy the cheapest ones you see. Doesn't matter. You might just have to buy like 3 of them. But when you're filming, then it gets a little crazy because now the frequency and the refresh rate starts to matter. And also it can cast a weird coloration based on that. Oh, so if you're filming, then typically most lights publish the hertz, I believe is that the term for a light? The frequency, like how fast it's going off and on, off and on, off and on. It's the same as like a monitor refresh rate. So when you look at lights that you're buying, you got to make sure that like whatever camera you have is not faster, I believe, than the light. Yeah, you should be able to open up your webcam settings. 920 Logitech. You should be able to open your Logitech settings, and it'll tell you what those numbers are. I think it's like 128. I don't think it's that high. But for example, if I turn those lights down behind me, that's 100%. They have a 70. It's a 50 and a 25. If I'm using anything but 100% on these lights, you will see the flickers because they now will be slower than my 930. What's wrong, baby? You're allowed to talk loudly. Do you guys think it's cute when you hear her little ass voice in the background? She's always whispering and shit. Or Penguin says yes. Penny bites? The FPS? No, it's not the FPS. Let me see. I could probably open it up on my software. I'll tell you. The frequency. So like I think the 920 has like a 50 and a 60. So 50 60, that's really fucking slow. So most lights should be faster than that. Tiger Strike Painting, my man Matt OTPHGZ. Tiger Strike Painting, by the way, is the reason why you're playing that Switch. Yeah. You can say it. You hear her, Matt? He says, you should have her paint a model. Next level painting 101. So easy, my lady can do it. She said, let me play my Switch first. You playing Disney Dreamlight or are you playing Hello Kitties?
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitties. She wants to. She's actually expressed an interest in that, Matt. You know, it's what I do it so often, and she's not instantly turned off by it. And she looks at it and she's like, you know, gets progressively more and more curious about it. And simultaneously, she recently came into some Labubus. And apparently, the big side hobby of owning Labubus is painting them up and hobbying on them and putting little jackets and shit on them.
No, painting them.
Gotta paint their nails, their eyes.
Remaking them.
Remaking them. Conversions. Kid bash.
I need your paint.
She needs the paint. So she actually talked about wanting to do that already. So I'm gonna definitely design a promotion. She wants to paint the wolves and the head takers. For some reason, she keeps fixating on them. She loves them. She thinks they're adorable. She's keeps asking about the little wolves, the 3 wolves. 3 wolves? Ooh. I didn't realize there's 3 of them.
Or no, the pig. No.
3 little pigs? And the big bad wolf? Oh no, big bad wolf is Red Riding Hood. There's a cool game called Moonstone. It's whimsical and shit. Thought about painting some for Megan. Moonstone, huh?
I've heard that.
You've heard of that?
Yeah.
Painty Bite says, Labubu, those things are UST artful collector items. People go way too crazy for them.
Mine are fake.
She's got knockoffs.
And the fufu.
She calls lafufus. Yeah, it's like the Beanie Baby situation, except they're blind boxes. You guys all know from playing Magic and CCGs that blind boxes are straight gambling and crack cocaine.
And the fake ones are cute.
So the secondary market, as with everything, she likes her fake ones. She says they're cuter. Like Tiger Strike says, aka HeroClix. HeroClix was a problem for me back in the day, aka the Galactus situation. Painty Bites, same addiction receptors in the brain. Yeah, it's the gambling receptor for when you have blind boxes or CCGs, stuff like that. Exclamation point, new art. We're about to get back into it. Let me see what's going on in Discord before we jump back in. Got a couple more. Let's take a look before we get back to painting. War Pigment posted it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see, War Pigment. All those HeroScape minis just laid out. I bet you feel good looking at them. Yeah, Tiger Strike painting, man. HeroClix was a problem for me back in the day, dude. It seems like they mostly moved away from that model, though, right? No, now you gotta get back in the box. Your battle box? Oh yeah, that's right. I talked to Banhammer about battle box the other day. So Banhammer's website's popping. It's battle ready boxes. What is it called? BRB, battle ready boxes. So yeah, his website's popping. His products are looking sick. And as a couple of you guys know, you got some of his big boxes. Yeah, his website's live right now. And we talked the other day about doing some promos. And so he's got 2 boxes I'm interested in for promos. One of them is like a smaller accoutrement box that we're going to do in exclusive colors that he's going to ship me. And then we're setting up for, I think in October. And we're going to do for anniversary stuff. And he's going to commit to making another custom one, the bigger box for accoutrement. Not the actual put your army in boxes. And we're going to be able to put a custom design on it because he can do 4-color printing. So stay tuned for that. Couple of promos that I'm excited about coming up this year. Probably get him a link. Rico, get the guy a link if you can. Agrippa, let's see. Just a quick sketchy spite. Oh, is this for your Doc Ock display? Was that you? Let's see here. Oh, but is this oils? All the black? For the washing? It's like a McFarlane Spider-Man. Poor Pigment's so excited about the boxes. Kara Quinn, so I finally bought an X-Ross 5 from Vaporesso. Those things eat juice. Refilling twice a day. Kara Quinn. I don't know. I messed around. I had one of those. I've done a lot, man. You remember I was in the big mod days. For years, I was in the disposables. I was into like the refillable disposables, like everything. The thing is, it's like it's all about the Nick salt now, because that's what the action is, and like so like I couldn't make the Vaporesso Kara Quinn more equitable than like a fucking what's the brand? Raz. I couldn't make it more equitable than like a Raz disposable. Because I ended up refilling it too much. So it was like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's a mental thing. It's like knowing that I have refills. It's like I go harder. But like Julian is the worst. That's the least equitable. And I go back and forth based on Circle K deals. I probably vape 30% less than I used to. It is my goal to stop. Moving toward it. Did I hear, Kara Quinn? These tariffs. It's bringing in so much money. Bringing in. Exclamation point, new art. You guys know the deal. You got to be in the final four, 39 minutes. You're in the raffle for the head takers. Every 150 we hit is a wild card and a t-shirt. You can't buy these shirts. The only way you can win them is through this method. Thank you for your time. Let's get back to painting. Kara Quinn. He's like, no, it's bringing in money, Kara Quinn. I think you don't understand how tariffs work. We're bringing in money. It's definitely not money that's already here moving around. It's coming in. Look, man, I'm not a scientist. I don't know how shit works. But I do have Google, AI, and a boomer dad. And my boomer dad sometimes is better than Google. And he told me that there's kind of like, tariffs is kind of a thing that has always been within the purview of the executive branch, but really an oftentimes not utilized thing because it's not something that really helps the economy. But every now and then you get a guy who says, I figured it out and cracked the code. I don't know, but I mean, I literally don't know anything. Like, I cannot overstate this enough. I personally don't know these things. I just hear these things. Oh God, Kara Quinn, you were born closer to 1929 than now. Wow, that's fucked up, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Oldest man on the internet, Kara Quinn. Recoil, do you want me to make the command? You can make the command now while we talk about it to help Banhammer out in the ramp up. So every time we can talk about it, we can spam it. A balls over on YouTube. What's up? Oh, Dr. D.
Not a scientist, but I play one on TV.
Bro, that should be my new thing. Not a scientist, but I play one on TV. It's good, right? I guess I'm loving chat for Dr. D. Kara Quinn, you're Medicare eligible on Monday. Happy birthday. A ball says, I say just switch from vape to pipe. We'll match the model trade aesthetic. I have a pipe. It's literally right over there. I smoked it yesterday. But also a sweet conductor hat. Okay, so here's our opportunity. So we have 35 minutes left. We've got the armor. We've got airbrush on everything. We got the armor set up, the shield set up, the head set up, and the backpacks. So I think I would like... What's calling to me? Okay, armor, shield, head. What do we sink the rest of the show into? What do you guys think? Dark Horse for shield. War Pigment for armor. Either way, let me get my web palette out. War Pigment defers the shield. I set this web palette up like last week and never got the paint because of the power outage. This thing is thoroughly wet. Okay, so shields it is. All right. So we need to figure out. So we got the trim and the icon. Now, for the sake of old times, we'll do a true metallic workup. Sound good, guys? For like season 1 adventure instead of an NMM? Or would you prefer an NMM? TMM, NMM. We get a couple opinions. Either way. True, true. True. Okay, everyone just wants true. Got it. All right. Not even a question. You guys want old school. Banhammer. Recoil. Okay, we're doing a true workup. So we want look at the box art. So they do gold, which we're not gonna do. Okay, Did they do the whole Terminus Crux bone? Nice. All right, so we're definitely not going to do the trim in gold when we did the shield in yellow. So we're going to go with dark silver for contrast, because I want it to be, you know, nearer black. Yeah, everyone wants TMM. You guys probably get pretty sick of me doing NMM. So, dark silver, that's going to be part of the trim workup. And the little crux in the interior. And we'll probably do most of the back with that too. Now, let's think of a good pre-color to set up. So, you can't go wrong with mahogany for this. For a lot of math reasons. So this is a classic next level painting cheat code. Let me see, do I have brushes? I've got some Dauntless brushes. I've got a 1. I'll pull this one out, see what it's like. I still have the 0, but I'm still field testing the Dauntless brush series. And so we're going to get a little Noosh, because Noosh is just a hack. It's so good. It's a straight cheat code for stuff. So mahogany brown is the best of all colors. You guys have seen me talk about that many times. There's reasons. But so what I want to do is I want to set, you know what, let me get these into a position where it's easier to paint. Hold on a second. What if I let's stick to a magnet. Yeah, I've got magnets. Tight. But I always keep a row of magnets on my camera crane. So these are hanging off of magnets now. Link broken? Oh, that's the Instagram. Wait. He doesn't have a website? He doesn't have a stock website? I mean, Instagram is a good landing page, no doubt. Yeah, so maybe drop the HTTPS. Yeah, Instagram is better. You guys are right. You guys are right. Recoil's like, chill, motherfuckers. Nothing escapes. It's all seeing eye. All right, so we're going to go into the heart pull, and we're going to raw dog this paint with just a little noosh. And we're going to paint and let some of that mahogany get in the seam. That's crucial. We want it to land inside that recess. And just like when we did the Titan, there's a reason for this. So using a combination of stipples and heart pulls here, we want all of our recess lines to be dark. But the problem is if we shoot in with straight up dark silver, we're going to have to apply a dark recess after the fact. And if we shoot in with straight dark silver, our B-hole is going to be all puckered up because we're afraid to get any amount of silver paint on the yellow. But if I get a little of this brown on the yellow, it'll ride. And with a little nouche in the mix, we have a longer reactivation period, so we can fix mistakes easier. Oh, and Elrix, I just saw the link in chat. Elrix is going to send us Space Wolf themed bases and snow product. For the 9-year anniversary project. Cat, stop. So lock that border in like we do. But don't need to worry about the back because there's really nothing holding this down there. But you see, it's crucial. Get a little moisture. And make sure that we're in all the recesses. Okay, so now let's move on to this Terminus Crux, whatever this is called in lore. It's like the symbol of the elite, or I think it's also what generates their force field on Terminator armor. It's why it's on their shoulder. I'm going with old lore. We're just stippling on a hot mess. And because of the relationship that brown has of basically all colors, even though we're a little loose here on our paint, it's a little see-through, a little low opacity, it'll stick, and the yellow will work with the brown. Kyrie says, why is mahogany so dope? First off, because brown is the best of all colors, scientifically. Not a scientist. I just heard that. I mean, I made that shit up. Okay, I just lied. I made it up. But if you want to get into why colors don't matter and it's all nonsense and they're all the same color, basically brown is all the colors. It's all the primary colors. So it has a respect color relationship to all colors. And mahogany has, and you can see it, it's clearly redder and purpler than other browns. So it skews in that direction, which is why it's like a famous brown. And so it just has great, rich, warm qualities. But because it is chemically composed of basically all the other colors, it sticks to anything and anything sticks to it. Which is why setting it up with mahogany is so strong. Now I'm going to take a little mahogany, lower the opacity, just a little bit. And I'm going to make sure to get this rail right here, this riser, with a heart pull. This riser right here. If I get a little in the yellow, it'll just settle in like a wash. Whereas if this was just like the steel color, it would be ruining the yellow. Yeah, it is. Kara Quinn mentioned he gets all his bases from Elric's now because after they did absorb secret weapon bases. They had a whole bin of old secret weapon paints, like what was left on the planet at Adepticon. Kara Quinn, which is using little heart pulls to paint these gem settings. Like an entire like store crate, like huge. You had to dig through the paints to find what you were looking for. Okay, Quinn and Adepticon. It's funny because everyone I kept walking up. I was hanging out with the Elric's guys, and everyone kept walking up to the booth, digging through it, looking for Tire Black. It's like, dog, they sold out of Tire Black 9 years ago. Yeah, Carrick when he's got the Tire Black. Okay, so now let's take a little bit of the dark silver and let's paint it right over the mahogany, but we don't need to necessarily need to even get close to the recess line. Just leave the brown recess intact. See, even there, I got some inside the recess when I shouldn't have. I'll try to raw dog it for max opacity. Yeah, Tire Black is like basically black with some green and blue in it. And the owner of Secret Weapons at the time, Justin, he's really obsessed with scale modeling and like weathering tones. And he spent a lot of time like looking at like rusted out cars and fields and shit like that when he made that product line. Like he was really trying to emulate like the actual colors he saw. So a lot of colors are super interesting, and he named them what they're for. And see how low stress the actual metallic application is, as we're just raw dogging it right over. Layering. Rinse that. We got 15 minutes left in the show. Still, we got space on the final 4 for raffle tickets for the head taker unit at the end of the month. I'll pull like a little 18-0 out. I'm going to go back to the mahogany. And I'm going to establish a little bit of a pin wash. Semi-opaque, kind of wet, using a heart pull. Back in the recess here where I got a little too close. Semi-opaque, kind of wet, tip of the brush, pulling straight back to our heart. Now there are very little nuts and bolts, so always wash your nuts. We're going to use a lot of noosh for this. And we're just going to stipple the nuts. It's like 2% opaque. We use that same mix to get around these gems to create a better border. And so now that's our dark metal set, our brown subtracted from. So we've got 12 minutes left. Let's see what we can do. So we're at the brown. Let's just look through. How about this? We're going to stabilize beige gray. Or just take straight beige gray. Paint it right over the mahogany. Ten yo dogs to anyone who can accurately describe why I chose beige gray. Dark Horse says it looks like bone. Kara Quinn wins. 10 yo dogs to my man, Kara Quinn. Painting bone is the same as anything else, bro. If it looks kind of like bone, it is. It was literally the closest paint to me. Now, it's got little gems in it. Red is probably the one we want to use for those. So, let's just take a little bold pyro. 10 minutes left. Bold pyro. We're going to raw dog this over brown. Oh, nope, that's a mistake. We need actually, there's actually a gem like border. We need to paint the border first with the silver. So let's just paint these entire artifacts silver. No pussyfooting and trying to like paint the border out. They have little frames built around them. Face Wolf ones always do. It's annoying. I used to charge when I commissioned. I had a different price guide for Space Wolf Infantry than like Ultramarine. Now let's grab some Bolt Pyro again. And let's just hit the actual diamond with a base coat to show you guys the next level painting 101. If I was painting this for a commission, these are all the steps I would take on every guy together. We're doing a classic season 1 adventure, meaning we're going to take this guy to battle ready and then go to the next level. So that's all I would do. Battle ready. And you see the sophistication of the airbrushing is what we're leaning on here, right? So because the dark stuff is dark, subtractive off the mahogany, the airbrushing is popping. Because of that, everything else rides. We painted the stuff. Painted it neatly and cleanly. You paint every element of the model like this, your 80th percentile right there. And that's what we teach in the 101 curriculum. So sign up for my classes if you're trying to get OP. First lesson is airbrushing, second lesson is active washing, third lesson is edge highlighting. These skills right here, like painting on shit, I expect most people who have developed some of those skills on their own, but through my course in moisture manipulation and management or definitions, you will just get better at this because of reasons. Dark Horse says, will I ever go back to commission painting? I mean, if I stop making enough money to pay my bills with what I'm doing right now, yeah. I mean, I've thought about it. Like, revenues in the tanks, bro. I'm like 60% down from 2018. There's a number. There's like a hidden number. We're like, yeah, I'd have to open the doors on that again. 2018 is not right. Like 2021. COVID boomed. That was a big spike. And then it went below the starting point, right? So like we were like doing like this in 2018. COVID. Now we're below 2018. Is a more accurate graph, right? (6 minutes left to get in the final. You can get a raffle ticket for this unit for like as little as $1 at this moment. Just throwing that out. And so the game show element of Twitch is a big part of my revenue, Dark Horse. And the game show element of Twitch has been going down, right? Like it's old, it's not new anymore. So that's where classes come into play. So that's why I'm always pitching my course. That's a big, like, Patreon is down, Twitch is down, everything's down. But like the reason Patreon still works is because I have students. So a big part of what I'm trying to do is direct you to that, to take my classes and give me money here for like the game show shit, while providing like a free to play tutorial and entertainment. So with 5.5 minutes left, let's grab a little bit of bright silver and let's go one step further. Mix the silver in with the dark silver. And let's just go corners. This Dauntless brush is a little wacky, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this one as much as the last one. My brush control's suffering a little bit because of it. So there is a threshold on how good something needs to be, undoubtedly. And the Dauntless brushes are, I think, a little below the threshold. Or just this one is. Like, the zero worked great. This, the one, I feel like it's a little subpar. Not subpar in the market. It's great in the market. I'm comparing it directly to Monument Hobbies Pro Synth #1, in which this brush sucks compared to that brush. But this brush is great compared to most other brushes. Gravy stain. Yo, let me get some love in chat from my man Gravy Stain. He just triggered it. He just took us to exactly 150. Meaning, we're going to give away a wild card spot and a t-shirt. Let me get some strong man love in chat from my man Gravy Stain. And my man Rhea Prey. Oh, he threw that down when he still thought it was the top 3. He said, not today. Let me get some love in chat.
A top 3, no F in way bud.
Gravy Stain, Rhea Prey, thank you guys. Bottom of my heart. We got a little overtime, I think. Look, here's some straight up silver Gravy Stain. With a little noosh. And what we're doing is just heart pulling off the edge. We're doing like a little ghetto tracer right there. And then a little heart pull. See that? Rotate, always be rotating. Little tracer. Heart pull. Rotate back. Get a little tracer right here. Pull it back. Rotate. Right there. Rotate. Hate it when things pinwheel like this. Feel like I paid the same thing 40 times. You say. Now we have a nice, easy exterior look. Shout out to my man, Gravy Stain and Rhea Prey. Apothis UK, let me see that resub, baby. Is it 9 years or is it not 9 years? Straight up. Right here. Just taking some silver in the cut. Raw dog. $7 days until the resub. Oh shit. Twitch notified me that it was my birthday on the 4th, so I know it is, but I think you're the first person who gets the new loyalty badge. My man Dark Horse. Keeping us in overtime.
It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Let me manipulate the saturation a little bit. Yeah, Apothis UK is was like one of the first 5 people to subscribe to my stream. So he's always the first. We're just touching the edges with straight up silver. Just creating a little bit of drama. Same thing here. True metallic work up. Secretly easy. See, you could have just painted it silver and tried to wash it, and that is actually viable. Undoubtedly. No shit talking. And you could have gotten away with that as a tabletop standard. But in my opinion, this is actually not that much longer to do. And I think the result is like 10x. This is like 10x better than the other version while taking like 1.5x longer. Is that all our time? Yeah, we're out of time. All right, let's do a quick giveaway. That's a good episode, guys. Got some usable content out of that. Airbrush shield, airbrush face. Quick shield demo right there. Reapray, there was no out of time timer. Wait, was my timer not working? Yeah, Dark Horse got it at 1 second, and then I paid it that timeout. I was like, do something break? So we got through a rainy evening outside without losing our power. Because you saw me in my real news interview standing up to the power company. Exclamation point, hobo swag, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go. This is Top D Grand Prix wildcard entry. And a t-shirt. That's right, Ray Prey. Gotta watch out for all those natural animals just flipping your power off all the time. So shout out to your boy Dark Horse, Rhea Prey, Gravy Stain, Dr. D, Recoil. This wildcard opportunity and t-shirt is brought to you by them. Let me switch those two power blocks again. This one. Got it. Kyrie, yes, sir. The masterclass tier, the $100 tier. It's one class a month. You get transmitted all your course info automatically to Patreon. We connect on Discord for more data. And then we do the courses once a month on Zoom. You get homework. You get added to a couple different chats. And then we communicate our homework between sessions. Get the syllabus, everything. All right, here we go. Ian 928. Now, Ian, you're so. Do I owe you something? Like, was I trying to track you down for something? Let me go back to my whispers. That sounds so familiar.
Official spokesman of the Next Level Power Company, Kenny Boucher. The power struggle is real. Kenny is taking on big power one step at a time, making everything safe for everyone.
Rottweiler. I'm logged into the wrong. I'm logged into the wrong fucking Twitch. Let me get some love and chat for Rottweiler. It's gonna make me. I'm gonna get some love in chat. Oh, we're good. We're squared up. I was just checking my whispers. You got the hobby dice? Okay, we're okay, yeah. Okay, so there was an issue, I'm remembering correctly, but we resolved the issue. Rottweiler, bro, you're not, dude, did you see my commercial? Or my news interview? No, you didn't get knocked out, Dark Horse. The buzzer already hit. Go boy in chat. What's up, brother? Recoil updates and maintains the sacred scroll. And he's always cognizant of the time. He's the time. That's why he said earlier, he's the timekeeper. Where are we taking the raid tonight, Recoil? We taking it to Dr. Rhino? I guess Rottweiler's not streaming. Dr. D. Nice. Oh, Easy Peasy, our buddy Easy Peasy's on? Oh, that's awesome. Let's go raid him. Oh, Rottweiler, you're so ridiculous. Bro, I love you. Rottweiler posted those things to whip. Oh my god. Alright. We're raiding Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, part of our own community, Gone Streamer, which is not an unusual occurrence in this market. Recoil, good call. Rottweiler, yeah, I always forget what day of the week it is. Alright, guys, let's bring the length and the girth and the positivity on over to Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. Shout out to Recoil Quail Daddy for holding it down, updating the scroll. Shout out to everyone who supported and got on the scroll tonight. Ian, congratulations. Oh, Recoil, I wanted to see you. I guess you never posted your whip that we talked about earlier. So make sure to give me that for next Tuesday. All right, we're gonna do it right now. Length, girth, positivity, as always. Until we meet again, play on, players.